Alright, in this video I'll show you how to set up an ad campaign that generates motivated seller leads that are fresh and cheap. So let's get into it. I managed $1 million plus in Facebook ads over the last 3 years. Caviar buyers added $210,000 in assignment fees in under 6 months using our system. Alexander closed 2 deals in 19 days from motivated seller appointments using our system. Another virtual wholesaler from Germany is closing deals in the US, and so he lives in Germany and he's closing deals virtually using our AI seller acquisition system. Jimena from Save My Nest is generating both buyers and sellers and closing 2 to 5 deals every single month using our system. So let's get into it. I'll show you exactly how to set up the ad from scratch. And I'll show you how to follow up with the leads and how to convert them into actual deals. Okay, so I'll show you how to qualify them and to schedule them on a call automatically without you having to call the lead when he comes in. And so I'll show you how we get them to schedule a call with our investor clients. This is a campaign that I just started for a new client. His name is Abdel Nasser, and he received 5 leads so far, and as you can see, 2 of them are qualified so far because of our AI booking bot. And so the difference between a lead and a good lead is the good leads are qualified. We call them good leads, okay, because they responded to the AI booking bot. And so the AI bot reached out to them, thanks for requesting our cash offer, reply yes to get started, and then the seller would reply with yes, and then the AI bot will ask a question, etc., etc. Let me just quickly show you how it looks like. So as you can see, and there's currently an issue with the AI bot. It's weird because it's sending 2 texts instead of 1. But thankfully, the seller is only receiving 1 text. And so as you can see, for example here, the seller replied yes, as you can see. And then the AI responded, are you the only owner of the property? And blah, 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 blah. And so back and forth between the seller and the AI until the AI asks this question. After it makes sure that, okay, after the AI recognizes that this seller is actually motivated and this seller is actually, willing to sell at a discount and wants to sell quickly. After it recognizes all of that, then it will ask them, lastly, what's the best time for our team to give you a quick call? Morning, afternoon, or evening? And then the seller responded with afternoon. Now, the investor will call this, or the virtual wholesaler will call this seller, and this seller will instantly remember and is qualified. And so that's how our clients are closing deals, very, very fast with our system because they get qualified leads. Okay, so let's now get into it and let me show you how to set up the ad. So you're going to go to your Facebook Business Manager, and so you're going to go to facebook.business.com. You're going to verify it and create an ad account. Okay, and if these steps are hard for you, if you are not that technical, you can schedule a call with us below and we will make sure to help you. So you're going to click on Create, Leads, Manual Leads Campaign, and then Lead Generation. Just give it a name. Keep it on ad set budget and then turn this off. The categories would be housing, United States, next, ad set 1, and then the instant forms, or keep it on instant forms. Choose the page. The goal is maximize number of leads, not conversion leads. And then the daily budget, you can start with whatever your budget is. You can start with $20, $30. When we start a new client, I recommend minimum $30 a day. Okay, because, we spend time managing it on a daily basis, we have our AI booking bot, we have the CRM system, etc., etc. And so it does make sense for us if the client wants to spend less than $30. And by the way, $30 is so low that like that's the minimum. We have clients spending 300, 400, blah blah blah, okay, etc., etc. So yeah, you can start with at least $20, $30 a day. And the start date today is the 16th. I like to, start fresh. And so, for example, I would like to start this campaign next day at 12 a.m. so that we can start fresh from the beginning of the day. And then the locations. Now, when it comes to locations, if you target nationwide, you can keep it on the United States. It's fine. What did I just say? So if you target nationwide, you can just keep it on United States. It's fine. But for me, I always like to choose specific states, because when you keep it on, the entire, country, you will get bad leads. And when I tell you bad leads, I mean like properties in areas that's very hard to sell, for example, right? And so you don't want to get these type of properties. So for example, let's target Ohio, Chicago, and those are perfectly fine. And so we can target Chicago and the state of Ohio. These are very good areas when it comes to generated motivated sellers. In my experience, we generate leads for $15, $20, $30. And by the way, these are very good quality leads. As you saw, the campaign for my client so far. Okay, let me just close this. Okay, let me just show you something quickly before we continue. This campaign spent only $109 so far, and my client received 5 seller leads and 2 conversations with 2 motivated sellers. And so he spent $109 and he received 5 leads for $21. And by the way, all of those are seller leads. The only difference is 2 responded to the motivated sellers, and so the rest of them he can call them, right? And yeah, let's now continue setting up the campaign. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so when it comes to placements, okay, you're gonna keep all of that as it is, like the age, the gender, blah blah blah. Don't add a detailed targeting, and I don't think you can add a detailed targeting anyways, because you chose the category to be housing. So don't try to change anything here. When it comes to placements, just choose manual placement and then turn off the audience network and turn off the in-stream ads and turn off the search results. And now click next. Add one, just name it add one, and then make sure to choose the right page, the right Instagram. Scroll down, and then when it comes to the form, you're going to click on create form. Okay, so you're going to click on create form. I'm just going to duplicate one of my clients' forms because it's easier to show you. So this is my client here, and this is his form. Literally, this is his form, but just make sure to turn this off. I don't know why this is turned on. When I duplicated, it got turned on, but it is turned off, I'm pretty sure. So make sure to turn this off, the flexible form delivery. And then I like to select the higher intent. Okay, and the higher intent basically, adds a page to review the information. And so before the person can fill out the form, they will review what they just filled in, and then after they review it, they can swap to continue filling out this form. And so I like to keep it on higher intent. When it comes to the intro, this is the headline: get an offer in minutes, sell in a matter of days. And then the description: fill out the form below and we'll reach out with a no obligation cash offer. No repairs, no cleaning, no agents, no fees, no pressure, just a simple way to sell your house. And then the questions part. This is so essential. You need to add questions to get seller leads, right? You can't just include, oh, okay, let me just collect their contact information. This way I can generate more leads and cheaper leads. But I promise you're going to generate bad leads. Many of the leads will be bad quality leads. Okay, if you just focus on the contact information, you need to add questions. Okay? So the questions that I like to add are basically, is this property listed with an agent? And then they can answer yes or no. Reason for wanting to sell, property type, how soon would you like to sell, property condition, full address. Okay, these are the questions. And then after they answer these questions, there's the contact information, first name, last name, phone number, and email. And do not enable the optional thing, okay, because we need their phone number and email. Next step would be click next and then add the privacy policy link. Next again. After they fill out the form, you can add an option. They have an option to do something here. And so whatever the link you add here, I like to add the Calendly link. And so I like to add a calendar and they can book a call with the investor. And so this is the headline, book a call to get your cash offer. And then the description, thanks for submitting your info. We are reviewing it now. To speed things up, you can book a quick call with our team and get your custom home quote even faster. Or just let's keep it on custom cash offer. So this is the last page of the form after they fill out the form, and so they can book a call to receive this cash offer, okay? But this isn't the most important thing to do, because the most essential thing is that they already filled out the form. And so after they fill out the form, we now reach out to them through text, through email, and we make sure to qualify them and then get them on a call with the investor, and then the investor does the rest of the game, which is negotiating a deal, a right deal, finding a cash buyer, blah blah blah, etc., whatever. And so this is how you of course click on create form after you finish it, and then we are going to set up the ad itself. And so now we have we are almost ready. We just need to set up the ad, which is the most essential part. So what I like to do is I like to set up images of properties. And so whether you are targeting distressed properties, you can add these type of, for example, properties, distressed properties. So you can target those type of people. What I always recommend my investor clients is include pictures, okay? It's me who run the ads, but I talk with them this way. Like I ask them, how do the properties you target look like? For example, I have a client targeting New York market, and so he sent me a couple of pictures of the recent deals he closed in New York, and I made sure to add the same properties on images like those on Canva, to attract the same people, right? And so that's what I would recommend you. Whatever your audience look like, and so how do the properties you target look like? Okay, make sure to include the same types of homes in your ad images. Okay, and then I like to have a sentence like sell your home or get a quick cash offer. Okay, whatever. Next, and then the primary text is this, and then here you can just get instant cash offer. Boom. And then the call to action, just get offer or learn more. whatever is more convenient for your situation, and then click next, skip and continue. And I like to turn all of those off. Boom! Now everything is ready. Not the entire system, but the first part is ready. The ad campaign is now ready to generate seller leads. Okay? And then click on publish. Now we want to reach out to those sellers after they fill out the form. And so after someone fills out the form, what's the first thing that needs to happen? That's right, the confirmation. You need to send them a confirmation text and a confirmation email. That's what we do. Okay? You need to send them a confirmation text, and then we, in our system, we have an AI booking bot. And so, after they receive the first confirmation text, we get them to reply yes. After they reply yes, our AI bot will, start to ask them questions and qualify them. Okay? But that's a little bit advanced mode. If you're not that technical, you need to have a little bit of, experience in Zapier, ChatGPT, and go high level. And you need to have subscriptions in all of those softwares like go high level, Zapier, and ChatGPT. And so if you do not want to subscribe to all of those and you are not that technical to set up like this AI bot, you can simply book a call with me, reach out to us, and we will help you set up this system for your business. Okay? We use go high level. And so whenever a new lead comes in, they will be added to our pipeline, and then our AI bot will reach out to them. I use it for myself. So for example, this one is an investor. So he came in and then he received a confirmation email. Okay, and he actually scheduled a call before he, so right away after he filled out the form, he scheduled a call from the form. And so he scheduled a call, but we send them a confirmation email anyway. And so he received a confirmation of the call that he booked, and then he received a confirmation of the form that he filled out the form. And then we also send a text message. And so we send an email confirmation and a text confirmation to get them to reply yes. They reply yes. And then our AI bot starts from there. Are you doing wholesaling, flipping, buy rentals, or something else? Wholesaling, how many deals have you closed in the past 12 months? 3, what markets are you actively buying in right now? Blah, blah, blah. Back and forth until the investor is qualified. And so that's it. Schedule a call with me down below if you would like to set up this system for yourself. If you're an agency owner, join the school community. Even if you're an investor or a virtual wholesaler, please join my free school community down below, and let's grow together. And by the way, you can ask questions in the community. You have videos, guide videos. There are so much value. See you in the next video.